In this video, I would like to talk about a few tips that will help you to improve your astrophotography images. These are tips that are very important for beginners, but also for professional astrophotographers who have been doing this hobby for a long time. But definitely, this video will be helpful to you if you are capturing the night sky with your telescope. So let's get started. Tip number 1. Do not fully extend your tripod. This is a mistake a lot of astrophotographers do, not only beginners but also professional astrophotographers. So they often fully extend their tripod, but that's definitely a problem because that will reduce the stability of your entire setup. For sure, that's great for observing the night sky because the entire telescope is a bit higher, but that's definitely not good for stability. So especially if it's windy, that will definitely be a problem because your images will be not that sharp and you might get star trails in the final results. And that's definitely something we do not want to have in our final results when doing astrophotography. So definitely do not fully extend your tripod when capturing deep sky objects in the night sky. Tip number 2. Try to check your focus a few times in the night. So a lot of beginners, but also professional astrophotographers, they focus a telescope only one time, and that's in the beginning of their astrophotography session. But that's definitely a problem, especially during summer. So in summer, the temperature will definitely change between day and night. So in the night, the temperature will definitely drop, and that might change the focus of your telescope. So definitely try to focus your telescope, or at least check the focus every 2 hours. So I personally used Ace-IO Pro, and every 2 hours I check the images that my telescope is capturing right now, then I check the focus if my telescope is still in focus, because in the beginning I focused my telescope only once in the beginning, and that was definitely a problem because due to the temperature dropping in the course of the night, the focus of my telescope unfortunately changed, and the next morning I had a lot of images that were not that sharp because my telescope was not in focus. So definitely try to focus your telescope, or at least check the focus a few times in the night. Tip number 3 is to always use a chroma corrector when using a Newtonian telescope. That's a very big and very important tip in astrophotography. So when not using a chroma corrector in combination with a Newtonian telescope, you will get a lot of chroma in your final results, especially in corners. So to reduce that chroma, you need to crop your entire field of view, but you will lose a lot of your image field because you're cropping the entire image. And that's not that good when planning to capture a wide field image because you will lose a lot of your image, unfortunately. So when using a Newtonian telescope, definitely try to use a chroma corrector, because then you can use entire framing, which will definitely improve your final results in astrophotography. So in the beginning, I cropped my final results. That was okay for smaller objects such as galaxies or nebulae, planetary nebulae for example, but when planning to capture a wide field image, that's definitely a problem. And then I bought a chroma corrector to use entire framing. So definitely, when using chroma corrector, plan to buy a chroma corrector to improve your final results in astrophotography. Tip number 4 is to capture objects that are very high in the night sky. So beginners but professional astrophotographers often capture objects that are very close to the horizon, but that's definitely a problem. So it's very challenging in astrophotography due to the atmosphere, but when capturing objects that are very close to the horizon, we will capture through even more atmosphere, which will definitely reduce the image quality of our final results, because we will not get that sharp stars in the end. So definitely plan to capture objects that are very high in the night sky, because then you have to capture through less atmosphere, which will definitely improve your final results in the end. So definitely plan to objects that are very high in the night sky, because that will improve your final results in astrophotography. Feel free to write a few tips down below in the comments if you have a few, because these will help other beginners in astrophotography to improve their images. If these tips were helpful to you and this entire video was interesting, I would really appreciate a like and a subscription. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Clear skies, Felix.